Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today I'm going to draw the clone trooper from Star Wars Prequels. So let's go in there, I'm going to go right to the top. I'm going to draw the helmet first of all, then I'm going to do arms coming out here, legs down this way. So right at the top there, I'll draw the top of the helmet. The helmet's at a bit of an angle, just coming down sort of this way. So right here I'm going to pop a little diagonal line like that. And then I'm going to come downwards either side of that. So one little line here, one little line there. That's like the midpoint in the helmet, just a little bit juts out. What I'm going to do next is just curve the pen down from this point, just come down a little bit here. Nice sort of drop down this way here. And on this side, you can do the same thing. So it'll come out, same sort of point as the other side. Drop the pen down to about there. You can see kind of equal distant here at an angle, so I'm just gonna go in there and just join that up like that. Okay, now I've got that top part of the helmet. I'm gonna come downwards, so I'm just gonna jut out a little bit, just a bit here, just a bit here, sort of like little points pop out there. Gonna continue the outside of the helmet, so draw a line down there, then we're going to draw a line down this way, and we're getting to the base of the helmet, so it curves out a bit downwards like this first of all, and the same on the other side. So just bring your pen out like that, and now I've got those two little curved bits. What I'm going to do, there's two sort of curved bits underneath this where the chin area goes, so I'm going to come down this way, just curve it down, come up, jut it along a bit, and then come down again, curve around to that point. Okay, now I've got those bits in. What I'm going to do is just going to continue this curve, just go upwards like this, and on the other side, just join that up like that. There's a little extra little gap that sort of comes up this way like that, sort of like a soft little triangular point, and then we'll just pop a couple of little lines in there. And now I've got those bits in, I'm going to fit the visor in. So first of all, I'm going to come upwards from this point here, so just come upwards like this to about there, then just fill either side of that like this, just taper it out at the top. Then what I'm going to do is just draw a line along the top here, so probably go around about that far either side. Then I'm going to come downwards, sort of this way, and then this sort of chips in like a little triangle either side like that, sort of chips it in. And you're just going to fill that in with the pen there, maybe just a little bit deeper like that, get a good sort of triangular element on there. Cool. Okay, a couple more little pieces of detail. The helmet kind of curves in either side where the cheek area is, so I'm just gonna pop a couple of little curves in like that. And then as I get to the front here, we've got two circles at the chin point. We'll just fill those in a bit and just leave a little gap in the middle there. And then we're just gonna fill in almost like a little chip in the center there. Maybe just a couple of lines either side here. And we can just sort of pop another little line there. Just give a hint that this sort of goes downwards in the middle. I think that's looking like the Stormtrooper helmet. Okay, so what I'll do now is just continue with the arms and the shoulders. So it's got this little bit of armor first of all, just coming out either side like the little armor creases there. Maybe what I'll do is just draw in that midsection of the armor. So the armor comes down, sort of the pec muscle area. I'm gonna bring my pen down, curve it in, pop it out. This side's very similar. Downwards, curve it around there. Then the chest area comes in this way. So I've got a nice curve to about this point here, a nice curve that way. And on this side, I've got a nice curve coming down this way here. Now, in the center of this armor, kind of probably just have a little line like that. And what I can do now is just sort of join it up either side. One line there, one line sort of coming down here. And then this is enhanced by just going around the edge of that. And then at the top, I'm going to draw a nice curve underneath the helmet there. Just going to pick out where the armor attaches here. And then I'm going to draw a little line in the center coming down, just to split the pec area. It's like a little arrow point there, and then the armor sort of moves out either side like that. And just draw a little corresponding line underneath, maybe just a little bit up, just to show that armor like that. Now, just going to draw another curve underneath this helmet here. And then this area is predominantly black, but it's got these nice little textured lines in, so I'm just going to pop those in. I'm going to colour the rest of that in sort of a grey later on. Okay, that's the torso area. Now I've got that, I'm going to draw in the shoulder pads of the armour. So I'm going to come out on the right here, just come out a little bit this way, and just under the armour here, come out here. Now I've got those two little lines. What I'm going to do is come just up a bit higher, curve my pen round, down like that, then bring my pen up and around there. Now I've got that in, I can just fill this point in here. And on this side, similar sort of thing, just a little line here, probably from about that point, we're just going to, a little bit more, pop it up there. And again, we're going to draw the shoulder pad armour, so a little bit higher, come down, around this way, and then we'll just bring it up and around like that. Nice chunky bit of armour. Again, I'm just going to fill these bits in. I'll shade it in so it starts getting that nice sort of Stormtrooper black and white mix. Okay, let's continue with the arms. On this side, I'm going to come down, I'm going to draw the bicep area. So the armour comes down this way. Probably from about that point, it comes down this way here, and we'll just draw a nice curve around there. On this side, on the outer part, just under the armour, the shoulder part, down there, and from here, down like that, curve it around. A couple of little sort of bits of detail, we're just going to pop a piece in there. I don't think you really see much here, but I'm going to just pop a little bit in there as well, just to be kind of consistent. Now, forearms, I'm going to draw next. Now this part, I'm going to do a little sort of curved chip like that. Just going to ink that in. And now I can draw the forearm area. So I'm going to just pop out where the armour sort of comes out, just at the upper forearm area. Then I'm going to taper it in, just taper it in that way. And this side, taper it down there. And then we'll join it up. So I've got that nice sort of arm tapering down there. While I'm there, let's put the hand in. So there's a piece of armour like on the front portion of the hand. Just going to draw a nice, almost like sort of diamond shape and a flat edge there. And then what I can do here is the hand will be kind of scrunched up. So I'm just going to give a hint of a thumb, come down and draw the rest of the hand there. And what we just do, we just fill that in. There we go, that works. On this side, there's a little band first of all, just to draw. So it's a little marking, extra little bit of like this under armour here. Then we've got a little sort of rectangular point. And then what I'm going to do is come just down a bit again, just draw in a little chip of black. I'm going to come downwards to about here for the rest of the armour. So I'm going to pop it out at the top there and then just kind of just curve it inwards there, curve it down that way there, to about that point, join that up. And then what I can do is just draw that armour in on the hand again. So again, we're going to come inwards here and back, and then just draw a little line there and a nice flat edge there. And again, what I'm going to do is just come outwards where our thumb area is, sort of here, then come down, just go hint of the finger, and all I need to do now is just fill that in, and we've got those arms done. Okay, let's continue with the torso. So these Star Wars characters, especially ones that are in Fortnite, have always got lots of packs around their belts. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start on this side. It's going to draw a nice little rectangular area. Just going to draw a little line in there to kind of give a hint that it's 3D. There's another one probably about here, so I'm just going to sort of draw in a little pack going around here. And like that again, I can just sort of draw in a couple of little bits so it kind of looks a little bit kind of 3D. If a couple of little lines in it makes a lot of difference. There's a little pocket area on this side, so again I'm just going to draw a nice little sort of curved square, just draw in a couple of little lines to show that's part of the pack. And then I can just draw a nice little curve across for the belt area, just like that. A couple of lines in the middle of that belt, and then I'm just going to join up that armour there. And we've got like a few little dots that just pop out from that sort of torso area, okay? Now I've got that in. Let's look at the lower part of our clone trooper. So he's almost got like his underwear on here. So I'm gonna come downwards here to about probably that point here. So come downwards like that. And on this side, see a little bit more of this side, curve your pen around here, join it up. And then just beyond that, there's a little bit of a chip of that under armour again. So just gonna sort of just draw a little bit of a wider line either side of that, okay? Now I've got that in, just a bit more there. Now I've got that in, I'm gonna draw the legs. So I've got these upper armour parts of the legs. I'm gonna come outwards here, just sort of come down to about this point. Nice line there, nice and straight. And the armour will come popping out around here. We'll just fill that in a bit more there. And we'll come down to about here. About there, yeah. And we'll just join that up like that. On this side, they've got a leg coming down here, so I'm gonna just pop my line out here, come down to about there. This side, again, we'll sort of just pop it out a bit so to show its armour. Come down to about maybe there. Get my pen, draw down there, and then just do a nice curve around like that. Okay, just got the knee pads to do now. Now, this knee pad is sort of sticking out this way, so I'm gonna come outwards here and then down to about this point here. So just line down like that. Come inwards here and around and up. And then what I can do is just sort of chip in that Under Armour area there. And on this side, it probably comes down the front to about this point, probably down to about here. So just draw a little line in there. I'm gonna bring my pen up, in, bring it up sort of diagonally in, and then we'll just join it up to that middle point there. Again, we can just draw a couple of little black lines, just showing that the Under Armour is underneath. Okay, got those in, so I'm gonna draw the leg here. So the shin comes down this way to about this point. So just grab your pen just underneath that little bit of the knee pad and curve it around there. This side, got a little calf muscle coming out here, down to about there, and join them up. Again, with just a little bit of a black point there. And here, the shin is sort of straight in front of us here. So what I can do is come down to about that point. So I'm gonna widen it out for the calf muscle first of all, and in like that. This side, bring your pen out, curve it in like that, and we'll just join that up. Now, as we get to the shoes, there's a couple of little, like almost like a curved rectangle at the top of his shoe. So I'm gonna just bring my pen out, curve it around like that. It's almost like a big version of a croc or something, right? This side, just come outwards, bring your pen round like that, curve it around like that. So I've got two little curves there. And then we've got one foot coming out this way. So I'm just gonna bring my pen, so curve it down to the toe area, around sort of to the ball of the foot, around to the heel and up. And this side, this foot's coming out this way. So just gonna bring my pen out here, curve around like that, around and up. Okay, and there's our basic outline of the Clone Trooper. Just a few little bits and pieces we can add in now, just a little bit of detail. So there's a little bit of, I think, sort of insignia just on the shoulder pads. We'll just get a couple of little curve points there, maybe just along here. And then it's got a few little sort of intricacies, detail just on just the edges, just adds a little bit extra oomph to it. Around this point, I'm gonna just curve around there like that. Maybe just a little line there, just to show the armor. Same thing on the front here, this sort of the armor sort of ridges and creases at the front there. Probably one just about there as well. That kind of splits out there. There's a little rectangular point sort of on the knee pad armor. And then as we get down to this point, I'm gonna just sort of just draw a couple of little curves in like that. On the shoe here, on the foot, gonna come around like that. On this side, come around like that. And then maybe just sort of add just a little bit of, a few little lines just coming around, just to give him a bit of oomph. He's quite a black and white character, so it can be quite interesting that way. I think on this side as well, the armor comes around, so I'm just gonna just draw in a little sort of extra bit of the sort of black and white looking armor. And maybe along here, you know, you can kind of just draw in a couple of little sort of lines along there. And then maybe just with the shoe point here, we can just fill that area around that point. A couple of little extra sort of little marks along the edges, won't hurt. And then, you know what, I think I'm pretty happy with that. I don't want to fuss around with it too much. So there we go. There's a Clone Trooper from Star Wars, also featuring in Fortnite at the moment. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know who else I can draw, and I'll see you again soon. All right, bye for now.